AI is supposed to make your job easier, but it's actually making it harder. Why is this happening? It's supposed to make everything more efficient, right? But it actually feels like it's adding to the chaos. Let's dig into why that is and why calm leaders are actually going to win in that new era. So you're in the right place. Let's get into it. So let's start with this first thing, the illusion of speed. We're going to unpack a huge misconception here because we have all been sold about this idea that AI is about speed. But you know what? This is only half the story. And honestly, it's the less important half. I mean, this is pretty much what everyone thinks. AI is this magic engine that we can just put on what we're already doing and suddenly everything will get done in record time. Look, on some level, that's true. It does make us faster. But the real question is, faster at doing what? Exactly. And this is where we need to get really clear. AI is incredible. I mean, it's truly amazing at the execution part. I use it all the time. My team uses it all the time. You want code written, reports generated, data crunch. It's a superstar. Nobody is denying this. But the stuff that actually matters, the fundamental human stuff, setting priorities, making tough calls, getting everyone on the same page, AI can't do that for you. So what do you get? You don't get leverage. You don't get this amazing breakthrough that you expected. All you get is just faster chaos. All the confusion and disorganization that was already hiding under the surface and putting it on hyperdrive. And that is what leads us into the real danger here. It's not about AI being bad, it's about what it amplifies. And the number one most dangerous thing that can put gasoline on is ambiguity. Think of it like this, okay? Before AI, everything was just slower. So if your team was a little bit misaligned, it was not a total disaster. The slow pace kind of hid the problem. But now with AI, you can go from idea to launch in one afternoon. So if you're pointed even slightly in the wrong direction, you're going to end up miles off course. If you know about sailing, you know what I'm talking about. So you can get really fast to the wrong direction. So this is basically the new rule of the game. The faster your system moves, the more dangerous ambiguity becomes. It used to be, just an annoyance, a problem you could manage. Now it's a ticking time bomb, a critical point of failure. You see, we are all asking the wrong question. Everyone is obsessed with how we use AI. What is the best tool? But the real question, the one that we should be asking is, what breaks when everything starts moving faster? What are the cracks in our own system that are about to get exposed? This is where leadership has to step up and change. The goal isn't to be as fast as the technology. The goal is to be the calm counterpoint the machines can never be. Alright, shift number one. It's simple, but it's huge. We have to stop chasing speed and have to start chasing clarity. Because here is the secret. When you have clarity, the right kind of speed just happens and it's a byproduct. And a lot of this comes down to the questions you are asking. A weak question is, how can we use AI to go faster? It's all about the tool. Much better question is, what should we absolutely not accelerate? What are the things, let's say big strategic decisions or deep customer research, that actually needs us to slow down and think? I mean, think of this classic scenario. A team gets a bunch of AI tools and their output just skyrockets. They're shipping stuff like crazy, everyone is high-fiving, but then a few weeks later, the excitement dies down. They look around and realize they have been building the wrong thing, only much faster. The problem was never the tool. The problem was that their priorities were messed to begin with. Okay, shift number two. We need to move our focus away just from raw output and onto the quality of our decisions. Because more stuff, more reports, more ideas, that's not always a good thing. AI can spit out 10 marketing plans before you finish your morning coffee. It's an incredible idea machine. But guess what? Having 10 options doesn't actually help you pick the right one. In fact, it often just leads to paralysis. The real bottleneck is not generating ideas anymore. It's a human part, actually making a good decision. And we tend to think the problem is we need to analyze more. But it's almost never that. The real bottleneck is ownership. It's not having one person that can and will make the call. When no one owns a decision, all those amazing AI generated options, they just turned into background noise. Right, our third and final shift. This is about moving from being constantly reactive to being calm, intentional control. Think of AI as this fire hose of new ideas and requests. A leader's job is not to open another nozzle and add to the spray. It's to be the one controlling the valve. You know the dream, right? AI is going to give us all this free time. We're going to be so efficient. But the reality is often the opposite. Everyone sees you moving faster, so the requests keep pouring in. Can you look at this? What about this idea? This is an emergency. This needs to be done now. See? Suddenly, you are not less overwhelmed. You are more overwhelmed. And that's the great irony of it all. You are adapting to AI to make everything faster, but then you just jam more and more input into the same old system. And what happens? You create a brand new bottleneck, and the whole thing grinds to a halt. You're drowning in the efficiency you were trying to create. So how do we actually avoid all this? There's a simple practical framework from Clarity you can start using immediately. Here it is, your 3-question AI filter. Before you start using any new tool, just stop. And as a team, ask this. Number 1, what specific decision does this actually improve? Number 2, what confusion this might accidentally make worse? And number 3, what should we intentionally not speed up? And you have to be brutally honest with yourselves here. If you cannot answer these questions clearly and quickly, that's a huge red flag. It doesn't mean that AI tool is bad. It means your systems for clarity and decision making need work before you add fuel to the fire. And this is what all boils down to. Everyone is afraid that AI is going to replace them. The reality is that AI is more like a giant, unforgiving spotlight. It's going to expose the leaders who are getting by just by being busy. The ones who think that moving fast is the same thing as making progress. So let me just leave you with this. If you feel this in your own organization, if you feel like everything is moving faster but is way more chaotic, stop blaming the technology. It's not the AI. It's a mirror. It's just showing you what was already unclear to begin with. The real problem and the real solution, it's right there in the room with you. If you would like to understand where you stand today as a leader, I've created this 3-minute assessment. With that, you will discover your authority score, your biggest leadership bottleneck, and the toolkit that can help you. Scan the QR code or visit toolkit.comproductleader.com to take the assessment and get instant access to your results for free. Thank you for listening to me today. I'm Stella Aki from Calm Product Leader, and see you next time. Bye!